when we had the idea of starting an English prize for the Paper Planes collection, I thought that it could work, but I wasn't at all sure that it would work. It seemed to me that you had lots of people out there who were better at English than they knew they were, and that was one of the things which we wanted to really prove to people, is that they've learned this language in a school and it's always been in a academic context, but that they were now at a stage where if they were capable of reading these books, they were capable of expressing themselves in a creative way and really taking pride and pleasure in what they were doing. And we started the competition with really almost no publicity, and so I was worried that there wouldn't be any reaction. And in fact we were very, very surprised by the number of, we had around 400 entries this year, which, as I say, is I think remarkable given that almost nobody knew it existed. And it's actually reading, I was not only on the jury of the final selection, but also going through the whole 400 with the editors at Didier, and what we all found was that it was actually a very moving experience, because there wasn't, I read nothing that I thought was not good, that I read nothing that I thought was this person has not managed to write well. I read enormous numbers of things which were extremely moving, because often the person, you know, they would have limitations in their grammar and their vocabulary, but they were managing to get across a very powerful emotional message. And it was, I can honestly say, one of the most moving things I've experienced is being privileged to have all these people who were making so much effort to communicate something, and it was extremely difficult for all of us to choose, first of all, a short list for the jury to consider, and then from that short list the ones who actually get a prize. Any sort of literary prize is a false exercise, in that you can't ultimately say this is better than that. They're different, and so one is obliged to say, okay, we all agree these ones should get the prize. But to be honest, reading those 400 or so entries, we all wanted to be able to give everyone a prize, because they were what they had put of themselves into it was equally strong all the way through. So we are having had a great success with this year. We are going to continue there's going to be a 2013 English Paper Planes English Prize, and we really hope that teachers will take the opportunity to get their students using their English in a totally different sort of way, and send us the best exams, because for us it's a huge privilege, and we just hope we don't have too many copies for us to be able to read them all. But what we can say is that every single one of those stories and poems that we had this year, every single one was very, very carefully read, and several times, and that it was extremely difficult for all of us. And so hopefully see you next year.